This is your best boxing friends. I'm Kelsey. This is Rachel. Rachel, reportedly, Jarrell Miller met with Bob Arum to discuss a potential showdown with Tyson Fury. For sure, the former unified heavyweight champion of the world. For sure, former lineal heavyweight champion of the world. And maybe still lineal heavyweight champion of the world, according to some, but especially according to ESPN, as you know. Rachel, what do you think about Jarrell Miller?
Well, it can't be maybe lineal. Like, if you abide by lineal, then it's lineal, right? He's the only person that qualifies for the lineal,
It's
right?
not exactly that easy because Tyson Fury retired, and so some people think that when he retired and was out of the sport for 2 years,
he left the lineal championship vacant.
Yeah, it was vacant, and then at that point it had to be filled by number 1 versus number 2, universally recognized number 1 versus 2, or somebody become undisputed.
Oh, okay.
And that didn't happen. So it's who knows. But what we do know is that Jarrell Miller failed at least 2 drug tests. It's been reported 3. In a recent interview, Jarrell Miller said it was 2 drug tests, not 3. Anyway, failed PED drug tests for just all sorts of stuff. And now he gets another potential opportunity to fight undefeated, maybe champion Tyson Fury. Do you think that that's fair, Rachel? Is that fair? Is that fair?
Well, I don't know.
Is it right? Is it good?
I guess I'm surprised. So I'm surprised that without fighting anybody else, like you automatically get another shot at one of the top 3.
Well, he's still, he's still undefeated. Like, nobody defeated him except himself.
Yeah, but like when you fail a drug test, it just seems
like you should.
I don't know. And like he just straight out apologized for it. You know what I mean? So there wasn't like, remember when Canelo had the thing and it was like the tainted meat thing in Mexico?
No tainted meat. He was like, oh.
He was like, my bad, guys.
Marcos Villegas of, I forget what his show's called. He used to be on Boxing Channel. What's this show called?
I don't know.
It's a pretty popular. Marcos Villegas had a good interview with him, and it's on YouTube. I'll leave the link down here. Maybe. You'll see it in the show notes. But basically, Jarrell said that he got popped for the first drug test, which was in a supplement he was taking over the counter, right? Mm-hmm. And then he was like, oh, he didn't know that was tainted. So he went and take another drug test. And they told him not to. You already failed this when the fight's off. Still want to take a second drug test. Well, he failed the second drug test. The second drug test didn't just have some random chemical in it that's banned. It had EPO and HGH. And so what Jarrell Miller said happened was that he had a shoulder He had a shoulder injury, and somebody was like, hey, you should take a look at this thing. It's a proprietary blend. Proprietary blend means they don't have to tell you what's in it. Mm-hmm. And it's really going to help you. So he was like, give me the strongest dose you have to get the shoulder injury, and he took it. And yeah, he takes responsibility for making the mistake. I think it's worth at least noting that he also failed a drug test when he was a kickboxer. Anyway, the point is that...
So either Miller is intentionally using PEDs, or he's not detail-oriented and great at managing, like, what supplements he takes.
I think it's harder to manage all that stuff and people really give it credit.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying it's one of the 2 things.
Yeah.
And one of those things is innocent and one isn't. You know what I mean?
Regardless of innocence, I don't really hate that he's getting the shot at Tyson Fury.
He's still a named fighter that is made, like he made a name for himself. And
he's certainly gonna have a lot of heat behind him one way or the other. He's really entertaining outside the ring. He's a good fighter inside of the ring.
Yeah.
He's good on the mic. He already suffered the loss of what he claims was $30 million by Anthon Joshua. He already lost all that, so it's not like we need extra punitive things to happen. Right. I'm not one of those people that thinks that there should be lifetime and year-long suspensions for getting caught with PEDs.
Well, and here's the other thing. Who else would Tyson Fury fight?
Right.
So Deontay Wilder is supposed to fight Luis Ortiz.
Right.
So that takes him off the table. And then there's a potential, there's a rematch with Ruiz and Joshua. Yeah. So both those guys are off the table.
Who else is there?
So, who does that leave? There are people in the heavyweight division, but, it seems like Miller might be, the next best fit. Because there's other guys out there that we think are good, but, I don't think they're ready. They shouldn't be taking their title shot quite yet.
Right. There's a really great crop of
or I guess it's not a title here,
people that are not nearly ready for a title. The only other guy who makes sense and might make more sense than Jarrell Miller is Dillian Whyte, who's also from the UK.
Mm.
But if you're Tyson Fury and you've come over to America and signed with Top Rank and you're fighting America,
right, you're riding that wave of like getting your American.
You kind of have to have an American fighter.
Your recent ring walk was living in America.
Yeah. Which, can we just for a second there, like, that's outstanding that you would recreate that thing, because Apollo Creed died minutes later in the fictional story of Rocky.
I always wonder, like, when people do stuff like that, like,
are you about to die?
Like when you like pick, like, you know, like you name like a child or a pet, like after like a character where something tragic happened, and sometimes I'm like, why'd you? Well, is that what you're like? You know what I mean? Like, it's just weird.
Well, we kind of lived that out accidentally when we named our guinea pig Floyd Mayweather Jr., my favorite fighter, and then he became Money Mayweather. I wasn't a big fan of Floyd's change. We liked Floyd as he was coming up as a fighter on HBO, right, and really liked Floyd. But then when he became the alter ego Floyd, yeah, not a fan of that stuff. Yeah, I'm a fan of everything he's ever done inside boxing. He's a great fighter. So Dillian Whyte probably deserves the title shot. He's only got the one loss against Anthony Joshua. He gave Anthony Joshua the toughest fight of Joshua's career to date. And the point is that since that fight, Dillian Whyte's gotten a lot better. He's gotten more skilled as a boxer, so he's up, rated in the top 10 of all the important ranking systems, and he probably deserves it as much or more than Jarrell Miller. It's just that he's from the UK. So if you're going to have a fight, probably in New York, with Tyson Fury in New York, in the Big Apple, well, who better to fight there than Brooklyn's Jarrell Miller? Yeah. And also the whole heat around him being popped for those tests, that'll be easy to promote. People will want to see that. Right. They say they don't, like, but they will.
I hope, like, I'm assuming he probably has had, if they've really, like, got to the point of, like, seriously, like, making this fight, then there either has or there will be serious talks about, like, you better not get popped for her illegal substances again, because we want this fight made and for it to happen.
Well, because Andy Ruiz is busy. He's not available to fight Tyson Fury. right? He's already got other fights. Unified champion Anthony Ruiz cannot fill in again for you.
Yeah. Like, you don't want, like, stuff like that to fall apart. So if I was on Tyson Fury's team, I'd be like, hey, we want to give you this shot, but under no circumstance.
Yeah.
You know, like, you better take this serious. You better know what you're putting into your body. I don't care what's going on, but it shouldn't happen again.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and the fight itself is interesting. I think it's a really good fight as far as how it looks. Tyson Fury's big, hard-hitting. He's hard-hitting because he's big, but he's got fast hands.
Tail of the tape on Miller?
He's a lot shorter than Tyson Fury.
Okay, that's what
he's got fast hands, but I don't think he has as fast hands as Tyson. It'd be a good, fun fight to see between two heavyweights. I think there'd be a lot of action, so I'm interested in that fight.
See, I'd be inclined to say, like, so my thing is, like, I'm like, oh, it'll be less competitive knowing that Miller is shorter. But, like, that said, look what Ruiz just did to Joshua.
That doesn't always...
So it doesn't always, like, you know, pan out that way. But, like, I don't know. I am a little, like, I don't know. I mean, Wilder's fought people and had a hard time, you know, and he's crazy.
There's people that, especially a heavyweight with the giant heavyweights, really any fighter who frequently finds himself as a heavyweight. If you're 6 foot or 6'1" or whatever these days, you're usually short, right? Even like the smallish heavyweights, Evander Holyfield comes to mind, Alexander Usyk, which we met in New York. That guy's 6'3". These guys are huge. That's as tall as Muhammad Ali. So I'm saying is those heavyweights that come up now, they're used to fighting guys that are that tall and that big. Yeah. And so they know how to kind of, you know, get to that. What you need to know how to get to is how to get to that like, comment, and subscribe button. Is it a button? I don't know. Just do that. Figure all that out. And we appreciate you liking, commenting, and subscribing to our show. It helps the channel grow. And as we grow, so too grows your fortune.